Hello my fellow creators and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is the second of the month, which means it's time for the SheetLoad creative team to share our version of this month's SheetLoad of Card Sketch. The SheetLoad of Card Sketch is a sketch, cutting guide, and full supply list provided free to all of Call Me Crafty Al's subscribers. I will be sure to link to Call Me Crafty Al's channel in the description box below. On the first of the month, Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al channel shares the newest sketch. On the second of the month, she shares a full process video showing how she uses the sketch, including any tips or tricks she may have. The creative team also shares our version of how we use the sketch on the second of the month. Now there will be a link to a playlist in the description box below so that you can follow along with all of the creative team members for the November 2025 SheetLoad of Cards sketch. Be sure to use the hashtags on the sketch when sharing on social media. This way we can see what all our crafty friends have made. The sketch does show what supplies are needed, how many cards it will yield, and this month it yields 4, the dimensions in case you want to make 1 card, any special instructions, and any alternative ideas like changing the size or placement of the focal point. Now, page 2 is your cutting guide, and it'll tell you how to cut all your pattern paper and any cardstock cutting instructions as well. Now, this month's SheetLoad has a page 3, which will help you with placement of these strips of pattern paper. Now, this month's SheetLoad is a special edition, friends. This is using our 6x6 paper in collaboration with Sarah Liz of Sassy's LLC. Now, in case you have not heard of Sassy's LLC, which I highly doubt, she provides free printables to her subscribers. So the printables will include digital papers, digital images, sentiments, lots of fun goodies. So she created a special digital download for this SheetLoad. Now, in addition to that, Alicia, if you see on page 3, she has some bonus digital papers. Now, in order to get the sampler pack, all you need to do is sign up for her email list by December 1st, and you can get this autumn floral digital sampler pack. To get the complete collection, you can sign up to be a channel member, and you'll get this collection that includes 15 different digital papers. So I couldn't decide between what papers to use. So I printed a few of the papers from Sarah Liz's digital papers. I printed this one, and it's already cut because I've already made my cards. But this one that has all these words on it, deeply grateful, you made my whole day, thanks, the world needs more hearts like yours. Also printed a page that had all these rainbows on it. And I printed this one, the blue with the white polka dots. So I used these 3 papers, plus, let me find the digital sentiments. You can see I cut a bunch of them already, but this came with, I think, 9 2.25 inch circles with sentiments. And I think these are perfect. Then I also used some of the digital papers from Call Me Crafty Al. So I printed these 3. And that's the beauty of digital papers. You don't have to print all of them. You can print just the ones you're going to use, which is what I did. So I printed these 3 because I wasn't sure which 2 I wanted to use. And I ended up using these 2. So these are my leftover pieces, which I'm saving to make some other cards with. And then I used this page of thanks and gratitude sentiments from Sassy's LLC, and you can see I cut out some because I used them on my cards. Again, these are the 2.25 inch circles, which is what is called for on this month's sketch. All right, let me show you the cards I made, friends. So I'm going to start by showing you the 4 that I made using the digital paper from Alicia. And I love the way these looked. And that page 3 that comes in the printable, I use that as my guide for placing these strips of paper. And it was perfect. It just made it so easy to place everything the right way. And then I used some papers from my stash for my different matte layers for this scallop circle. And those papers I got from the 12 by 12 cardstock shop. Now, this I used ivory cardstock or card base for these, and I think they turned out beautifully. So you'll see the different sentiments. This one says, grateful for everything you do. You made my day. Thank you, and thanks for being you. And I did a couple different versions. So this one I started with the floral paper as the first stripe across, and this one with this more geometric paper as the stripe across. And that's what I used. And then for this stripe across, I used the same paper that I used for my scallop circle. Now, that's the 4 I made using the bonus printable from Call Me Crafty L. Now, the 4 that I made using the printable from Sassy's LLC, oh my goodness, I love the way they turned out. I like the colors, they're so pretty. And then that sentiment sheet had a couple of sentiments that were like an inside-outside sentiment. For example, this one says, I couldn't have done it without you. I mean, I could, but it would suck. I love that. I love her sassy sentiments. They're so amazing. And so you see I have the 3 different digital papers here. I did have to kind of use a little extra of the rainbow paper because when I cut it into that 3/4 inch strip, I wanted to make sure I got a full rainbow on each strip. So that was fine. I just used a little bit extra paper so that I could shift it over. And then where's the other one? Oh, with the inside out. This one says, research shows late thank you cards contain 80% more gratitude. So cute. And then these 2 just have the sentiment outside, in honor of your kindness and grateful for everything you do. So I think they turned out just beautifully. So for this month, instead of the 4 that the SheetLoad makes, I actually made 8. So I used 2 different digital papers and made cards using the sentiments from Sarah Liz and the digital papers from Sarah Liz, as well as the digital papers from Alicia. And I think they are different the way they look, but they're just both beautiful. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.